Every day you wake up with a heartbeat, a dream, and a mind that works. You are already ahead of the game. Today I have the privilege to talk to you about something I believe is the key to turning your dreams into reality. Something that will carry you when motivation fades. And something that will make sure you stay on course when distractions come knocking, and trust me, they will knock. What am I talking about? Discipline. Yep, you heard me right. Discipline in everything you do. Now, before you roll your eyes, let me assure you, this isn't going to be one of those lectures where I tell you that discipline is about walking a straight line and saying no to fun. I'm not about to suck the joy out of your life, at least. Not intentionally. But here's the thing. I'm here to tell you that discipline, in fact, is the secret sauce to having the kind of life you truly want. Whether it's success in your career, school, relationships, or even having more fun. Yes, you heard me correctly. Discipline can actually lead you to a more exciting, enjoyable life, and I'm going to show you how. Let's start with the thing we all love to talk about, motivation. Who doesn't love to feel motivated, right? Those days when you wake up and feel like you're on top of the world. You're ready to smash your goals, finish all your assignments, start that business, hit the gym, and still have time to save the world before sunset. But how long does that motivation last? A day? A week? Maybe if you're lucky, a month? Motivation is like that sugar rush you get after downing a can of soda. It feels great for a while, but soon you crash and you're left wondering, where did all that energy go? That's the problem with motivation. It's temporary. It's fleeting. It's like a cheap thrill that can only take you so far. And that's where discipline comes in. Discipline is like your slow, steady metabolism. It's the foundation that keeps you going even when the sugar rush is worn off. Discipline is what makes you go to the gym when you don't feel like it. What makes you study when Netflix is calling your name. And what keeps you working on your passion project when all your friends are out having fun. It's not flashy. It's not glamorous, but it works. Every single time. Here's a little secret. Discipline is not something you're born with. No one comes out of the womb with the ability to resist all temptation and make the perfect choices every day. Nope. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Now let's imagine this. You decide you want to get ripped, have a six-pack, and become the next fitness guru. What do? You hit the gym, right? But imagine going to the gym once and expecting to look like a superhero overnight. That's not how it works, is it? You have to keep showing up, even on the days when your muscles are sore, even when you'd rather sleep in, and even when progress seems slow. The same goes for discipline. You have to work it out. You have to practice it daily in small, consistent ways, and over time it becomes a part of who you are. You don't start with the hardest stuff right away. You don't start by trying to stay focused for 10 hours straight. You start by disciplining yourself to wake up 10 minutes earlier every day, to do one more thing than you planned to say no to that one thing that you know is a distraction. Each little act of discipline is like a rep in the gym, building your mental and emotional muscles. Let's take a quick poll. Who here has a dream? Wow, that's a lot of dreams. Who here has been working on a dream? And then somewhere along the way, life happened, distractions showed up, and that dream got pushed to the back burner. Yup, that's what I thought. The truth is, life is full of distractions. Life is full of detours and shiny objects that will try to steal your attention. Your phone will buzz with notifications. Your friends will invite you to parties when you should be studying. Social media will make you feel like you're missing out if you're not living your best life 24/7. And sometimes you will be tempted to quit because, let's face it, the journey to success is hard. But this is where discipline becomes your best friend. Discipline is that voice inside your head that says, no, I can't skip this. I have to show up for myself. Discipline is what makes you get back on track after you've taken a break or hit a rough patch. Why do you need discipline in everything you do? Because success, real success, isn't about being good at something sometimes. It's about being consistent. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and pushing through the tough times when no one is watching. The funny thing about discipline is that it doesn't just work in one area of your life. It's like a ripple effect. Once you become disciplined in one thing, it starts to spill over into everything else. Think about it. If you're disciplined in waking up early, you have more time to plan your day. If you're disciplined in managing your time, you become more productive. If you're disciplined in staying focused, you achieve your goals faster. Before you know it, your whole life starts to shift. Let me tell you a story. Imagine two people. One is driven by motivation, and the other is powered by discipline. Both of them have the same goal to run a marathon: motivation. Man starts off strong. He's excited. He buys the best running shoes, downloads all the fitness apps, and tells everyone he's going to run a marathon. The first few days of training are awesome. He feels unstoppable. But then it starts to rain. His legs get sore. He misses a couple of days of training, and suddenly the couch looks a lot more appealing than the treadmill. Slowly, his motivation fades, and soon he's back to binge watching TV shows, and the marathon becomes a distant memory. Disciplined woman, on the other hand, doesn't start with a burst of excitement. She knows that the journey will be long and tough, but every day she laces up her shoes, rain or shine, and she hits the pavement. Some days she runs faster, some days slower, but she keeps going. Even when she's tired, even when she'd rather be doing something else. And eventually she finishes the marathon. Not because she was more motivated, but because she was more disciplined. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd rather be disciplined woman than motivation man. Here's another truth bomb for you. Life is unpredictable. You can't control everything that happens. There will be challenges, there will be failures, there will be moments when nothing goes according to plan. And let me tell you, life will hit you with curveballs when you least expect it. But there is one thing you can control: yourself. You can control your actions, your choices, your attitude, and your discipline. You can control how you show up every day, no matter what is happening around you. Think about it. If you are disciplined in how you respond to life's challenges, if you train yourself to push through adversity, then there is nothing life can throw at you that you can't handle. That doesn't mean you won't get knocked down. You will. But discipline will help you get back up. Discipline will help you keep moving forward, even when the path isn't clear. I know what some of you are thinking. All this talk about discipline sounds boring. Where's the fun in that? Let me let you in on a little secret. Discipline creates freedom. Yes, you heard me. Discipline leads to freedom. When you are disciplined with your time, your finances, and your goals, you actually free yourself up to do more of the things you love. When you're disciplined about saving money, you can afford to take that vacation you've always wanted. When you're disciplined with your work or studies, you create more free time to hang out with friends or pursue hobbies. Discipline isn't about limiting yourself. It's about giving yourself the tools to live the life you truly want. And trust me, once you start to see the benefits of discipline, it becomes addictive in a good way. You'll start to crave the feeling of accomplishment that comes from sticking to your commitments and seeing your progress. Now that I've hyped you up about discipline, let's get into some practical tips on how to build it. Because I know that all this talk sounds good, but you're probably thinking, how do I actually do this? Start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life in one day. Pick one area where you want to improve your discipline and start there. It could be waking up earlier, exercising for 10 minutes a day, or setting aside 30 minutes to study. Start small, and as you build confidence, you can expand. Create a routine. Discipline thrives on routine. When you have a set schedule, you're less likely to be swayed by distractions. Try to create a daily or weekly routine that helps you stay focused on your goals. Set clear goals. Know what you're working toward. When you have a clear goal in mind, it's easier to stay disciplined. Write your goals down, make them specific, and break them into smaller, manageable steps. Remove temptations. If you know that certain things are going to distract you, remove them from your environment. For example, if you need to study, put your phone in another room. If you want to eat healthier, get rid of junk food from your kitchen. Make it easier to stay disciplined by removing the things that will tempt you. Hold yourself accountable. Find a way to hold yourself accountable. This could be through a friend, a mentor, or even an app. When someone else is checking in on your progress, you're more likely to stay disciplined. Celebrate small wins. Don't wait until you've achieved your big goal to celebrate. Celebrate the small victories along the way. Every time you show discipline, give yourself a little reward, whether it's a treat, a break, or just acknowledging how far you've come. Embrace the process. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up day in and day out and doing the best you can. Some days will be harder than others, and that's okay. Embrace the journey and remember that every step forward is progress. As I wrap up, let me leave you with this. Discipline is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. It's not easy, it's not always fun, but it is worth it. When you are disciplined in everything you do, you become unstoppable. You become the kind of person who can achieve anything you set your mind to. So to all of you sitting here today full of dreams and potential, I challenge you to be disciplined. Be disciplined in your studies, in your work, in your relationships, and in your personal growth. Be disciplined when it's easy and when it's hard. Be disciplined when you're motivated and when you're not. Because in the end, discipline is what will get you to the finish line. And hey, who knows? One day, you might even look back and thank yourself for being disciplined enough to live the life you've always dreamed of. Thank you for listening, and remember, be disciplined in everything you do.